help us make sense of the volatility we've seen in the markets lately. Is it really all about trade concerns? Is it all about the tech stocks and their issues, potential for regulation, dragging down the market? What do you see as the key headwinds right now?
Sure. The volatility, just as you say, is the sort of the subject of the day, and it is all of those things that you said. There are things that are making bullish people very bullish, whether it is the tax cuts or the continued very robust rate of earnings growth in both U.S. equities and global equities, as well as employment statistics and so forth. And there are very certain things that are making people bearish, and you know those as well, not to mention the fact that we are full in many ways, whether it's valuation or full in terms of employment. But I would say one thing that speaks to volatility, and it's important. There's a market adage, an old one, that says, sharp indecision is resolved sharply. And that typically happens at market bottoms and market tops. If you think about in 2009, for instance, or in 2002, 2003, a great debate starts to rage. Value players believe that this is the time, or finally the time, to buy. Bears believe that it's going to get still worse. And you see unusual volatility where 1% and 2% days occur regularly. And that happens at market tops for the exact same reasons, as a debate rages between those who think the status quo will continue and those who think that we've reached a point, both in the business cycle and in the stock market, that the risks are greater than they should be. The volatility reflects a transition phase.
Okay, Carter, I think you make some very good points there. Let's get some of these charts up for our viewers to have a look at. The S&P 500, I think, is particularly interesting in terms of what we saw overnight, crashing through the 200-day moving average. What are the technicals telling you on this particular chart right now, and how worried should we be about the fact that we did crash through that 200-day moving average?
Sure. So the chart that you have there before you, I suspect, is the one with the trend line drawn. And what a moving average is, it's important to say this, all it is an automated trend line. Before there are computers, you drew trend lines. Now we try to automate the process by having a moving average, but it is one and the same thing. And so the key thing here is that markets generally in the U.S. and Europe and so forth have been in uptrends for the better part of 2+ years, and now for the first time in quite some time, the uptrends are in question. And that is a very serious matter. And I would say for this reason, very few stocks actually look as constructive as the chart of the S&P. And what I mean by that is this. There are stocks that are still too far above trend, too far above the line. That's Amazon, Netflix, which presumptively have more room to go to the downside. And there are many others that have already broken down and rolled over, things like Citibank or Home Depot. So that they net out as being optically right on the line, but very few stocks actually are as constructive as the chart of the S&P.